Well, here we go then, the 5 red lights coming on. It's been a long, long wait, but the Veloce Esports squad sprint is going to return right now as the 5 lights go out. It's a good start from Niren. He moves through into the lead, going into the first corner, down into the centre S. Niren leads, Eternal in second, and Hayden Gullis slots into third with Isaac in fourth as they all funnel their way down through that centre S and on to turn 3. Arava running in fifth. He's looking to make some early progress, Justin, as well.
Raggy in the cockpit view, which we love to see. Not everybody uses the cockpit view. Very few people, in fact, using cockpit view. But as Niren with a big slide there coming out of Decido del Lago. He's going to lose a position, and he's going to drop down into second. And Hayden is going to try to go up the inside through Ferradura. Can he make the move on the McLaren? Make it a 1-2 for a Racing Point. Oh, a bit of contact, I think, from Isaac behind in the Williams. So Hayden's going to have to stay behind for the meantime. Isaac trying to look to go around the outside. Arava gives a big squeeze to Veloce James, who goes off into the grass a little bit there. Arava maintains that 5th place position. Isaac losing the back end ever so slightly on, but Raggy is going to be really feeling that one as we got a replay now of the start of the race. We're on board with James. He's going for the outside line as they're 3 wide all throughout the field, and that worked out quite well for him, actually, as James gained a number of positions. We saw that he was up to 5th at the end of the first lap, and we could see how he gained the majority of those positions. Look at that. But he does manage to stay around the outside. Oh, big moment there between Isaac and Arava, and that could be an opportunity for James. He goes up the inside, and indeed, he does manage to take that position. Of the first lap, they're going to do 17 laps on that side of tires. Oh, big moment for Storm, and that's going to put him off. And I think there were some other cars involved in that as well, too. A big chunk of wing missing on that Haas. So that was a big moment for Storm. I'm not sure if he's out of the race just yet. No, it looks like his Haas is moving once again. The other Haas of James, meanwhile, is going side by side with Isaac. Isaac trying to go around the outside of this right-hander of turn 11. It's a contact between the two of them at the exit.
Turn 3 and moves up into 7th place. It's all happening here in the opening few laps of the squad sprint. Raggy having a look up the inside, a little bit of a touch there, off goes Hypers, up the inside goes the Mercedes there of Raggy, and Tom just in there trying to take advantage of it as well. Couldn't quite find a route through as well on Hypers, and he remains in 9th place, but it's really congested in the midfield at the moment, Justin, isn't it?
Yeah, it's starting to spread out. Oh, and there goes a Mercedes spinning off as well, and his teammate Tom97 just about managing to avoid contact.
A moment to go, but here we go back to the front on lap 3 out of 18. James with that storming start, not interested in hanging around, and he's going to go down the inside of Eternal, and Joe has managed to lead 3 laps. He won't be leading a 4th as Veloce James now sweeps through.
Hayden will pick up the DRS here off of the back of that Mercedes, but he's not going to be close enough to mount an attack into Decido del Lago. He'll have to stay behind for the meantime. Oh, that's a spinner there. Arava makes contact, the Mercedes makes contact, and Hayden just about gets through.
Oh, Arava's gone. Tom's out. Tom and Arava done. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Again.
Oh my god, they've hit each other.
Are you still in the race?
I'm out, mate. I'm out.
Oh,
I'm out.
No.
That was the biggest collision ever. Biggest T-bone ever.
That was absolutely enormous. I can't believe I've only got a virtual safety car from that. Let's have another look at that on the replay. That was a huge accident. Round goes Arava, and Tom, full force straight into him. Tom gets it on the left and the right hand side. And let's see what kicked it all off. Arava way too wide, loses the rear, round goes the Ferrari, and Arava and Tom, well, they had a collision course at a number of races last year. It looks to be continuing into season 2 as well. In front of that, we've got another bit of action. Oh, as Hayden takes a thump from the rear from Tiamat Marduk, a little love tap there from the Aussie, but it looks like Hayden's just about going to cling onto that, and then we've got Isaac going off and going for a spin in the infield section of the racetrack. Round he goes and drops down to 6th place. I know he was close to Niren. I don't know if he was making contact with Niren, though. We didn't see that on the camera. And now Formula Danny is not going to show any sympathy. He's going to sweep right round the outside, rub salt in the wounds. They go through the infield section, and Hayden's going to try and defend the inside, and Danny's going to go to the outside. That could allow Jarno to get involved. Don't want to get squeezed out there, but he's pulled off another really tidy move round the outside. Now can Jarno follow through? Yes, he can. Crucial move there for Jarno. Compared to how he did last season, as we lose Jarno Opmeer from the session, which is a real shame. And now we've got a virtual safety car because Ryan has retired somewhere out on the racetrack, and that will invite several cars into the pits to take advantage of that VSC. We've got the race leader, Veloce James, in the pits. I think we saw Niren peel off into the pits as well, so a few drivers taking advantage of the virtual safety car period. Is that going to give James the advantage against Jarno and Danny? We'll wait to see.
It looks like VSC is coming to an end. And what was that? That was a very slow-moving Renault. And actually, the only Renault on circuit is... Oh, and that's a big moment there for James and Hypers under VSC conditions. It looks like James going a little bit slower than what Hypers would have expected, but we can hear from the young driver right now.
Okay, Red Wing. Wow. Bruh, that is so unlucky there with James. Just stopped.
This is going to get pretty tasty on pit exit, isn't it? Eterno and Alex Gillen, and Alex Gillen's got a great run on him. He's got the momentum, he's got the line, he's got 4th place on the run down to Decido do Lago, and he takes that place away from Eterno, so it goes from bad to worse. He's gaining and gaining and gaining on the Red Bull. Is he going to go up the inside? Yes, he is, into the first corner. Not quite fully committed. And Alex Gillen, well, just about cling on to the position. Oh, hold on. Round the outside he goes. Wasn't it a little bit of a disconnect there? It looked like there was. Oh, yes, there was. Because Alex Gillen has just popped back up in front of Eterno.
Today for the opening round of Squad Sprint Season 2. They're going to get onto the brakes nice and heavy into turn 1 through the Senna S. It looks like Jarno Opmeer not really interested in making... Oh, a big moment there for Formula Danny. He speared off to the right-hand side of the circuit as he was making his way through turn 3, or just coming into turn 3. And you can see he's stationary on the minimap as Veloce James now takes 2nd place in this race, and he's still stationary. I think that may have been some sort of hardware glitch or something like that. I don't think that's user error, but we can go on board with Formula Danny and we can see for ourselves here. You can see turning right, still turning right, still turning right. Yeah, I think something happened there. Sound. Now he's climbing up the hill. So a pretty sizable gap between the pair of them. Things are looking a-okay on the Renault as he cycles through the MFD, just having a look at everything. You can see it's just over 8 seconds. The checker flag is out, and Jarno Opmeer will claim the first victory of the season. What a drive for Jarno Opmeer.
Yeah, Opmeer takes the checker flag on debut in the Squad Sprint, and after that Danny error, victory is handed to him. I say Danny error, it might have been an issue with his hardware. It's a victory for Jarno Opmeer in the opening race of the season. Alex Gillen, what a result from him to come home in 3rd, behind, of course, Veloce James, who was 2nd, and up to the line. This is going to get very, very close. Eterno against Hypers, and as a result, of course, of that time penalty, Hypers gets ahead. He almost did it on the racetrack as well. It wasn't quite to be. But let's have a look then at the final race results. It's also the championship standings, of course. It's Jarno Opmeer who takes the victory, the 25 points. James Baldwin makes up from the heartbreak, I should say, from a year ago to come home in 2nd with 18 points. Alex Gillen, 3rd, possibly the surprise package of the race. Good effort there from him. Tom Hick comes home in 4th. That's Veloce Hypers. He got the fastest lap as well, plus 1 point. Hayden Gillis, the first of the non-really quick drivers you'd expect. I think that's a fair point to say. He's 5th with Joe Wilkes in 6th. Good day for Racing Point. 7th was Benjamin Daly. Niren was 8th. Isaac Gillison came home in 9th after his spin earlier on in the race. And Ben McConnell, Raggy, got the final point, 10th place.